newly released trove of U.S. government files is reopening one of the darkest chapters in modern scandal history. Emails buried inside millions of records published by the United States Department of Justice suggest Jeffrey Epstein may have privately discussed installing hidden recording devices inside his properties, despite publicly dismissing earlier media reports as fiction. That contradiction is now reigniting global attention and reshaping how investigators interpret past denials. One January 2015 exchange preserved in the Justice Department archive shows a distressed survivor confronting Epstein about press reports describing secret cameras hidden inside guest rooms. Epstein replied bluntly that the story was fabricated, but investigators reviewing the same DOJ correspondence say later emails appear to document active efforts to acquire surveillance equipment, raising immediate questions about credibility. A February 2014 message within the DOJ email chain shows Epstein directing pilot and staff member Larry Visosky to obtain motion-detected hidden cameras. Visosky allegedly replied that the devices had already been purchased and were small enough to conceal inside everyday objects. Surveillance specialists note that such equipment is commonly marketed for covert monitoring, adding technical weight to the archive's claims. Additional correspondence preserved in the same federal release includes a warning that any installation would need to be very discreet. Analysts reviewing the Justice Department files stress the archive does not confirm what was ultimately recorded, but the language has fueled fears that visitors inside Epstein's residences may have been unknowingly filmed, intensifying scrutiny of his powerful social circle. Historical police records referenced alongside the DOJ archive add context. During a 2005 Palm Beach investigation documented by local authorities, detectives reported discovering covert cameras inside Epstein's mansion. Years later, photographs logged during federal raids showed additional recording equipment positioned in bedrooms and hallways, evidence now being re-examined through the lens of the newly surfaced emails. The properties named in the DOJ files were visited by high-profile figures, including Andrew and former British cabinet minister Peter Mandelson, both of whom deny wrongdoing. Legal analysts emphasize that appearing in visitors' logs does not imply criminal conduct, but the surveillance implications described in the archive are politically explosive. Survivor Maria Sarmer previously described seeing rooms filled with monitors inside Epstein's New York residence, testimony that resurfaced after the DOJ release. She alleged he kept recordings as insurance. Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell, now imprisoned for trafficking, has never publicly addressed surveillance claims directly. The Justice Department files stop short of proving what the cameras captured or whether recordings still exist, but procurement discussions preserved in the archive are reshaping how investigators and the public interpret years of rumor. As digital evidence continues to surface, Epstein's shadow over elite institutions remains unresolved and possibly far from finished.